Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Nady, and today we'll be trying out the Haus Labs TRICLONE Skin Tech Foundation and Powder. Did I get that right? Skin Tech Foundation. Whew. As you lovely people know, this is about the products, not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy. Okay? Thank you. If you hear any crinkling of baggage, it's my cat behind me licking the plastic. Does anybody else have cats that do that? Mia! Get out of there. Stop it. Daddy's trying to work. All right, so my little love muffins, how you doing today? I hope wherever you're at in the world, you're having a spectacular day so far. I myself am doing great. It's bright and early. It's a beautiful day. I'm on a good skincare regime. I've actually been using 3 new things from Ordinary. Some people like that brand, some people don't. But just within like a week of using their shit, my skin looks so much better. So I'm gonna continue with it. If it does turn out good, I will definitely talk about those products in a future video. But today we are here for Lady Gaga. Well, actually, no, we're not. We're here for her brand. This video has nothing to do with Gaga herself, but since we're on the topic, did anybody go to her concert? Oh my gosh. I saw she made like $100 million in just 20 shows. Huh, could just retire off of one of those shows. 10 people could retire off one of those shows. Anyways, comment down below if you've been to it. But speaking of the Haus Labs products, oh, it's been a little while since we've tried these. Hold on. Mia, you have got to stop that girlfriend. I'm sorry, baby. Go on. She's the bad sibling. Her brother, Ron the wiener dog, is just sitting next to me, sleeping like a little cherub. Wonder who she learned her bad manners from. Okay, anyways, it's been a little while since we've tried this brand. I was so fucking excited about their initial launch, and then we got it and I was like, what's this? When I think of Lady Gaga, I think of beautiful, extravagant, extreme, avant-garde looks, and the first products from them were like neutral, boring, blah palettes and products, which I totally understand. Like, your first launch has to be products that everyone will use. First product can't be a palette with neon colors, otherwise very few people are gonna buy it. So I get it, but it just seemed like the blahness continued and continued and continued. And it just seemed like I was shitting on this brand time and time again, and that's not what I'm about. Like, I'm here to give you honesty. And if a brand's products overall aren't working for me, I'm gonna give it a break. I'm gonna give it a rest. And I'm glad I did, because in that time, they totally rebranded. So I don't think it was just me that was having these feelings, where the products that were priced kind of really freaking expensively didn't really match the quality from the packaging to the actual application. Just nothing made sense to me. It was just very rough. So now, after their relaunch, everything just seems very luxurious and, in my opinion, a bit more prepared, a bit more thought out. So I'm glad we took a break, because now, to me, looking at this is a completely new brand. So we are starting off funky fresh for this little bitch. I am a big city girl now, so they actually had like same-day delivery from Sephora. That shit took like 45 minutes to get here from click to door. Technology these days just fucking beyond me. But because I wasn't in store, I wasn't able to really see these colors. The pictures of the people that they had, like, all of their skin tones looked the exact same, even though they're different ethnicities from all over the world, which I love that. It still seemed like 10 of the shades had models of the same color. So I just kind of guessed. I did Sephora's shade match thing, and both foundations that match me perfectly, they didn't have a match for. So I ended up getting shades 160 and 175. They're both kind of light. And even though I do live in the sun now, I've kind of been pretty good about not catching too much of a tan. Before we dive first into this, here is the packaging. It's very clean, very simple. I like the natural vibes that they're going for, because I did read on Sephora's website that there's a shit ton of skincare in this, which I love that too. She's getting older, she needs the skincare. But yeah, it's just very plain packaging, yet it reads high end. You don't have to have metallics or bells and whistles. Oh my gosh, this is a beautiful little bottle. I don't know if anybody else has reviews on this, so I haven't seen what other people are saying, but so far, I am very impressed with this. It is hella heavy though, so if you're taking this like traveling, this is like a couple pounds. Okay, maybe, well, yeah, it's definitely at least 1 pound, but it's also very good quality. Like, say an intruder's coming in your house, you could pop this bitch at them like a fucking grenade and it would take them the hell out. But I like it. It kind of gives me like Hourglass vibes. There's this little logo up here with the H, but it's still really pretty. So there is the lighter shade, and then here is the darker shade. I thought it was gonna be like a cocoa caramel. Look at how dark those stickers are. Those are not accurate at all. So if you're in the store looking at these, don't. That's literally literally 10 shades deeper than what you actually get, unless this oxidizes, which we'll see. They do say shake well, so let's just get our little shake weight segment out of the way. Ooh, just a typical Saturday night for me. And we can't forget about our powder, which retailed for $32, and I believe this was $45. So even though that is kind of a lot of money, 45 bucks isn't that bad for a foundation, so hopefully it's good. I mean, would I rather pay like 12 or a drugstore price? Fuck yeah. Ooh, fuck me. Once again, very cool packaging. It looks like it has a big bite taken out of it. Nom, 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 nom. I'm not one to pay huge ass prices for powders. Like once in a while, I'll get a really luxurious one. Like we just tried the Florasis one, and that powder I freaking loved. This too feels very, very lovely though. It's extremely finely milled. It doesn't have that wet feeling, but you can tell that it's super silky and soft. I think we're gonna end up liking this, hopefully. And it has lovely packaging. It kind of has like that screened in nylon pantyhose looking thing where you dip your shit in there, and then all the product doesn't blow back in your face like 100-year-old ejaculation. I kind of feel like maybe we'll use this guy, which this is 175, so the one that's a little bit dark. And I'm all moisturized, but I do just want a little bit of extra something something, so I'm gonna take Bobbi Brown's, I don't know, face base or whatever. Vitamin enriched face base. Okay, I was close. Then I'm also gonna take a little backlight primer from Dr. Brandt. Both these products are very, very good. If you had to pick a Bobbi Brown product, I definitely recommend this. And I was trying to think of what I wanted to do for today's video, if I wanted to go in and like glam the hell up like I normally do. And I'm remembering that more often than not, a lot of the products that I would put over the foundation ended up saving the foundation. And as of late, I've really not been into doing like full looks. I am totally into like a little concealer, maybe a drop of foundation, and then going out. Because for me, there's really no point. Like it is gonna melt down my face and be on my areolas the moment I step outside. So I thought today, instead of covering everything up and letting the concealer and everything else do the magic for the foundation, I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of concealer under the foundation, and then the foundation on its own with the powder. And that way you can just see how it is totally plain and how it wears, and you can determine if this is a good product for you. And for squee, I have not been into like super cake face lately, so I'm just gonna take a few little dabs of my Dior. This is in the shade 3C, and this might not look like it matches me, but in person it's perfect. For these videos, I usually turn the saturation way the fuck up so everything's bright and bubbly and colorful. So it might look a little bit yellow here, but in person, I promise it doesn't look like I smeared cream corn under my eyes. And there we go. That is all I'm gonna do, just enough to help cover up the purple. We'll give this another really good shake. And their directions said to either apply this with your hands or their own brush. I didn't buy their brush because I have a fucking million of them. And so I'm gonna go in with my all-time favorite foundation brush, which is the Lunar Boutete LBF2. And if this doesn't look good, I'll try my hands. And if that doesn't look good, we'll try it a different way. But honestly, if we tried 3 different application methods and this looks like shit, we are fucking giving up. So let's take a few little squirts on my very dry hand. Ooh, wow, that's really watery. For some reason, I was expecting it to be a little bit thicker than a Snicker. And I actually think this might be a little bit too dark for me. Maybe I should try the lighter one. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I think the lighter one might be the winner. And I also think this might oxidize a little too. I don't know, we'll see. All right, so now we're going in with 160, and I'll load up my brush. It's very, very watery and kind of, I don't know, maybe oily? The texture of it reminds me of the Jones Road bullshit. That was not a good experience. So here we go. We'll take a little bit right here. I really don't want to go in with too much. The color, actually, it might be a little bit light, but I think it's okay. It's going on quite nicely. What do you think? Should I have used the darker one? There's like my regular skin. I don't know, on camera, it looks a lot different than it does in person, because in person, I would say this is perfect. So I don't know if this has titanium dioxide and you're seeing a bunch of flashback. Let me check, hold on. Yes, this does. So if you're gonna be using this with photography, just take that into consideration, because there is a little bit of a flashback moment. But I'm not gonna grab any more. I'm just gonna keep blending this out. We'll take it down our necks and then I'll move to my forehead. Hold on, I have to lift up my bed of curls. I can't tell if this is super dewy or if we're, oh, fuck. Oh, now it's laying all weird. Honestly, my hair is like a goddamn nest. I can't tell if this is dewy or if we're just seeing like all the product that I have underneath, but it's giving me a nice glow. Let me put some over my eyelids because I can see all of the redness on them. Also, according to C4Ha, this is medium coverage. You're supposed to have a natural finish, which I would say this is very natural. It's not cakey at all. I can still kind of see my flaws underneath this, but not really. Like, this is actually doing a pretty damn good job. And I think I applied what, like 3 pumps? I did just wash this brush and I can tell that it soaked up quite a bit. So maybe after the first time you go in with a brush, you'd only need like 1 or 2 pumps, or you can avoid wasting any products by going in with your hands. I just don't like to do that. It feels nasty. But as far as how this looks, that is gorgeous. I dare say one of the most beautiful foundations that I've seen. I must say though, it is giving me Maybelline Fit Me Dewy vibes. And I know I talk about the Maybelline Fit Me in pretty much every video, but that stuff is so damn good. This I would say is a little bit of a step up from that, but if you're not wanting to try this, definitely try that out. However, I am not at all mad. I think this is beautiful. What do you think, Eos? No. I love the glow that I have. I almost don't even want to use the powder, but it is almost reading a little bit greasy. But I do also think it's because of the fucking semi-lights that are pointed at me. It's like I'm trying to land a spacecraft. But going over the squeeze, I think it looks great. It doesn't seem to have melted it, even though this does clearly have, I think, a little bit of an oiliness to it. So if you have oily skin, I don't know if this would be good for you. Maybe it would help balance the oils through continued use, but I can tell that there's skincare in here. I think it looks so pretty. Oh my God, why do I have to like the expensive foundation? Fuck. I also think that this would probably blend really, really well with a concealer as long as you go in pretty light, because your face is gonna be all dewy and then like super flat under there. So natural is definitely the name of the game here. I would definitely recommend wearing a concealer underneath or just a very, very small amount over this. I also think this is probably the kind of product that would go fabulously with cream blushes, cream contours, really any cream. And I don't really feel like I need any more coverage on my face. I'm totally okay with this, and I don't give a rat's ass how my neck looks, so I'm gonna take the darker color just because I'm super curious about the shade match, and I'm gonna put a little bit right there. And by a little bit, I mean pretty much everything that I pumped out. Pump and dump, bitch. I think that shade probably would have been better for me, but you can see that it covered up a little bit of the blueness from my stubble, so there is some coverage. Actually, fuck, I don't know. Maybe the one I have on is okay. I think I kind of need something in between there. Oh my gosh, no. Okay, there's a huge color difference. I'm okay with the shade that I put on. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to keep blending this down to my belly button. It's all I can see. This actually blends out my chest fur very, very well. And I was noticing, oh fuck, I spit. I was noticing that it blends out in my beard really well too. So you could absolutely use this probably anywhere on the body. It kind of gives me Dior Backstage vibes, except not silicone-y. But normally a foundation would like clump up and get really matted in my beard fur and on my chesticles. But no, this looks very, very nice. I am super fucking impressed. So let's try out the powder. I'm just gonna dip my little dry sponge in there and then tap off any excess on my hands. We'll use that later. So it's pretty loaded, but it's not saturated. Because there is a lot, I'm gonna start down here and then work my way towards the under eye. We don't need cake face here. Oh, okay. Wow, well, I don't know. I don't dislike it. It is certainly mattifying, but still leaving the glow. I think I need a little bit more. I think I'm actually gonna not try tapping off the excess. Let's press this into my forehead. Oh. So when you actually go in with a decent amount, which is something that I haven't really done lately, because most powders that I do this with, it does end up looking really, really messy and like I have a fuck ton of makeup on. But it seems like you can actually take quite a good amount of powder and press it into your skin, and it makes it look flawless. Like my under eyes don't look like waffle batter now like they usually do. Like normally this much powder would make my face look like a freaking mantle that's been sitting collecting dust for 20 years, but it's almost like the more powder I add, the more matte I get, but the smoother my skin looks. It is totally blurring, which I think this is called a blurring powder, so that makes sense. But it's actually doing exactly what it said it would do. Hold on, I am hot as fuck. I have to turn a fan on. Never mind, I just turned the air conditioning cooler. We love high energy bills. I'm just gonna take a little tiny bit more right underneath my eyes because I can't tell the product's creasing up, which is not at all abnormal for me. And here we go. We have the powdered side and the not powdered side. I really think both are beautiful, but this one does feel a bit more set into place. It just feels sturdier. I do see in my drier, more porous areas, like right around there, that a bit of powder did catch, but it's not bad. And I kind of feel like if I went and sprayed this with a setting spray, it would get rid of all the excess powder and probably be back to being dewy, but still a little bit blurred. So we'll try that. On the other side, I'm actually gonna go in with a brush. This is not a powder brush. This is actually a foundation brush. And I'm only doing this out of curiosity. I just want to see how this is once it's like pressed into the skin. Oh, fuck me. This is very, very pretty. Where the fuck is my sponge? I don't think you have to have both the powder and the foundation for either of these products to work. I like this powder a lot. It really, really complements the foundation. Shit, I didn't want to like it because it's so expensive. But let's take a really, really good look because I do want to now set this with a setting spray. I feel like that's fairly common practice, but I personally love the glow that I still have. It's not just because I'm under high beam lights. There's actually a glow there. Super fucking pretty. So here we go. Ooh, fuck. Breathe it in, why don't you, Nady? And we're pretty much dried down. I went in with the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day setting spray, and I don't know if it's the setting spray that's dewy or if it did kind of erase the powder that I put down. And we're back to how it was, just a little bit more set into place. But either way, my skin looks so fucking beautiful. Like, honestly, photo shoot ready. With a little bit more color correction beforehand, I would be totally okay using this on a model, using this for myself and stepping in front of an HD camera, or even worse, 4K like this. I'm gonna be real, y'all, this foundation is honestly kind of the tits. Hopefully it's like this with everyone and not just because I've been on that skincare regimen. Like, that's the only bad thing about doing these treatments is like, not everyone does it, so is this a fluke? I don't know. But for me right now, I think this looks so pretty. So let's take one last peeky poo. I will see you in just a second at the check-in. And we are back. So I ended up doing a check-in, however, it was kind of fucking useless, so I'm just gonna scrap it and give you my thoughts right now. We have worn this all day. It is nighttime, and I do have some feelings. I went outside, and while outside, I could just feel this melting off of my skin. It's not excessively hot out, like it's a little moist and humid. So is this like a life-proof kind of foundation? No, this is definitely for sitting at home or being in the office. Could that feeling have come from the primers? Possibly, like maybe I just need something stickier. But having hydrated and applied the primers that I did, I would never step out foot with this. No, I wouldn't step foot outside with this. Otherwise, this actually looks very pretty. I do think I probably could have gone in with like a quarter of the powder that I used because in normal light, it does look a little bit cakey, but I did also apply a lot of powder because under these lights, it doesn't look as though I'm applying a lot of powder. But in normal circumstances, probably use like a quarter of what I used. Everything is just holding up pretty damn spectacularly. Like, what do you think? Do you like this? Does this not look good? Maybe I'm just full of shit. I don't know. I mean, from what I can see without glasses on, it looks pretty damn okay. Do I think this is worth the price though? I don't know about that because it is still giving me the Maybelline vibes. It is for sure beautiful, and if this is something in your price range and you want a natural finish foundation, then I do say grab it. But could you get something less expensive from the drugstore? Probably. I don't know that it's going to be the exact same as this though. I'm going to keep using this. I don't know that I'm fully sold on the powder, at least in person, but I know that on camera at least it looks pretty fuckable. But yeah, what do you think? Does it look like it's worth $45? I think with the amount that I used, this would probably last a long time. I don't think this is a foundation that you're gonna want to go like full glam with. I just don't think it would be comfortable. Like, you'd want just a few drops that can squeeze, maybe a little bit of blush and call it good. It's just more like a tinted moisturizer kind of feel, you know? But I like it. I think at the end of the day, it still looks pretty banging. So I think I recommend it. Wow, yay. Anyways, my loves, there you go. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know down in the comments below if you've tried this. Did you like it? Did you hate it? And why? I always love hearing from you. But you know the spiel. If you want a little bit more me in your life, please head over to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/poplux. You get videos a day early. You get Patreon only content. And best part, it is cheap, fun, and fancy just like me. And like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, will be available again soon at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye.